pick some goal that's most significant. The higher the significant, the greater it is to see it. The easier it is to see it, that's simple. You want something easy, go for the highest goal. Go for the highest goal. If you have a highest goal, you must have a method or this won't work. You have to know what you're doing. Why? Because if you have a method, you know precisely where you are stuck. It can't be a general method without stages, because that's just a dream. So therefore, as you approach this goal, then these images and thoughts and strategies will come in, not to block you, they do block you. Not to block you, they do block you. You know what it does? It gives you a chance, to see the images you have of yourself that are blocking your goal. It's fortuitous. It's saying, hey, look here, you want that goal? If it's irreconcilable with this belief, we have to challenge this belief. But you don't know it. Therefore, I'll give you a vivid example of it. As you try reaching that goal and the closer you come to it, then these tangents, these so-called struggles, will give you the very thing you need. Therefore, it's a totally rational system, and it works to your highest benefit so long as you're willing to struggle for the highest thing. Because if you want to see yourself and you want to see what's blocking you, you will see that all of this is true. Because that's the way the mind functions. This is the way the mind functions. We are engaged continuously in a contemplation. Now we have to do it deliberately. See? Now we have to do it deliberately. That's all. If this is what we're doing, let's do it. If you are idle and you're not doing anything for a few minutes, day, whatever it is, watch what comes across. Ah, there's another one. Noted. Noted. Now, these ideas called beliefs are so powerful because they include something very significant, and that is they include our roles in life. It not only includes images, attitudes, gestures, but it gives us a role, gives us a way of being. That's threatened by the highest goals. They're threatened. Therefore, the mind then shows you what blocks you and invites you to consider it. Therefore, when you're sitting or when you're engaged in meditation, there is an essential thing without which you will spend many a day building up concentration, the power of concentration. And concentration is worth developing, sometimes called Jiriki and Zen. And it is important building that up. There's something more important, though. Look here. Integrity. There is no meditation that is successful without integrity. You have to develop this curious stuff within you. Now, what do I mean? Part of the themes that you are going to face all the time are unfinished business. Things you forgot about that you should have done. Don't let it go into this judgment, I'm no good because I didn't do these things. Don't open that door. You want integrity. What does that mean? That means when these come up, you have to honestly say to yourself, I'll take care of them. I'll take care of that. plan something with each of these unfinished things. Okay, one comes across, you didn't do this, so you say to yourself, by gosh, you're right, I didn't and I should have. As soon as I get back, as soon as I have a break, I'll make the phone call. I'll drop the note. Discharge, see, discharge each of these. Rob them of their energy. Don't allow them to stay. They have energy. Energy from you. Deprive them of that energy. How? Honesty. How? Let's see how else you can do it, right? There you are. You're involved in meditation. Let's say it's even formal meditations, like sometimes they have with yoga or in Zen sitting or at home when you're just meditating. When these things come up, a couple of them are very important, and they may take this form. Is what I am experiencing significant? Anytime you have a question that involves a judgment about you, you have to see whether you have the background to make that judgment or not. If you don't have the background to make that judgment, then you have to find out from someone, somewhere, about the truth of that. Is what I am experiencing this or that or the other thing? Then you want to find someone who can say, yes, I'll tell you about this, that, or the other thing, and I'll tell you whether or not that's what you should be experiencing at this time, and whether or not your mind should be open to these things or not. In other words, not only is there unfinished business that comes to your mind, but also judgments about yourself. Therefore, what do? Integrity. You say to yourself, the next time I meet X, Y, or Z, the Roshi or the Yogi Master, I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to allow it to be judged. Integrity. Don't do it yourself. Unless you're fully convinced that you can make that judgment. Then it's worthwhile at some later time finding out whether you are capable of making those judgments or not. Raise it up. Always raise the problem up. Now, why is that important? This is very extremely important. And I'd like to now push this just a couple of more steps. The mind is very creative. It is so creative. If you don't watch out, if you don't watch out, you might get just what you want. Hold it now. There's a problem here, you see. You might get just what you want, but you may not know whether what you're getting is really what you want. See, it's the same question, judgment and integrity. Let us say now, the individual now is functioning, able now to do all of this work that we've been describing. Now notice it doesn't take any work in one sense. You're just making notes, right? Having fun doing it, learning about yourself. Right, learning about yourself. Now let us assume now the individual now finds himself in what might be regarded as some kind of transcendent experience.